Altoona, home of the world-famous horseshoe curve. In 1849, construction began on the steam locomotive manufacturing shops in Altoona, Pennsylvania at 12th Street. After construction of the horseshoe curve in 1854, freight traffic east and west via the railroad increased dramatically. This created a need for more steam locomotives and additional shop facilities. 4 new shops were built in the village of Juniata and in use by 1889. The first new steam locomotive was manufactured and produced by the shops in 1891. The expansion of the shops continued over the ensuing years, creating the largest steam locomotive facility in the world, employing over 15,000 people, many of whom emigrated to Altoona from all over Europe. Our present workforce is comprised of many descendants of these emigrants. With the advent of the diesel-electric locomotive in the late 1940s, the need for shop capacity diminished as steam was replaced with diesel. Closing and consolidation of the shops began and continued throughout the years with the Pennsylvania Railroad, Penn Central, and Conrail. We are still located on the original site with 17 acres under roof situated on 500 acres. In 1981, Conrail completed a $30 million consolidation and modernization of the Juniata shops to service, repair, and remanufacture diesel-electric locomotives and their associated components. Over 100 years of development and successful remanufacturing history have led Conrail to market this knowledge and expertise to other railroads. Our highly skilled craftsmen are capable of providing you with the same cost-effective, reliable locomotives and components, utilizing the latest quality control methods and standards as we now do for Conrail. Conrail's Juniata locomotive shops offer the full capability to perform complete engine rebuilds, engine generator truck replacements, complete locomotive rebuilding, modifications, and wreck repair. Conrail's Juniata remanufacturing service will take pride in being your choice for locomotive and component repairs. Our quality production begins with skilled craftsmen. The dedication of our people in using their skills to the utmost has helped forge the Conrail success story. Our craftsmen, provided with the most advanced equipment and procedures, guarantee continued success, from electronic control card repair to complete GE and EMD locomotive remanufacturing. Conrail's Juniata locomotive shops give you unparalleled capabilities. Our program includes specialized workstations consisting of material handling, customized cleaning operations, computer-controlled warehousing, superior insulation application, environmentally compliant painting, combined freight car and locomotive air brake room, machine tool shop, and custom equipment testing. Each contributes to a working facility that permits us to accommodate the most demanding customer, ourselves. Our locomotive process starts and ends at 398, right off the mainline tracks. Initially, the locomotive is placed in position for oil removal, then continues on to the cleaning shed for a complete cleaning of the car body. It is then shifted to the circle for positioning at the stripping track. The stripping process begins with the removal of the hood, bubble, screens, and airboxes. These parts are sent on to the welding shop for inspection and refabrication. Next, the air compressor is removed and sent to the compressor gang for teardown and rebuild. Lube cooler filters are removed for the cleaning of the cooler. The degree wheel is then cut to separate the alternator from the engine. At this point, the stacks are stripped and sent to the welding shop for cleaning and repair. The engine is now ready to be removed from the car body. After removal, the engine cylinders are stripped and sent through a cleaning process for rebuild back to power assemblies. The crankshaft is magnafluxed, the water pumps, camshafts, and deck lids are reworked. The frame gang is responsible for all welding and straightening of the frame, along with any machining. Power assemblies and component parts are now ready for application at both the engine line and the power assembly changeout departments. The auxiliary generator is then removed and sent to the electric shop for inspection and repairs as needed. The alternator is now removed and sent to the generator gang for complete teardown, cleaning, and rebuild. The alternator end covers are removed, the rotor is pulled, stripped, and then rewound. The rotor armature gets dipped and baked and then readied for armature balancing and commutator turning. The alternator stator is stripped, rewound, dipped, and baked. The rotor is then applied to the stator, end covers applied, and now the alternator is ready for paint. After paint, the alternator is then stored for later application. The unit is untrucked and sent to the truck shop for stripping and buildup. The traction motors are pulled, stripped, and also run through the cleaning process. Rotors are stripped of windings and then rewound. A new shaft is pressed into the stator and then dipped and baked. Commutator is cut and the rotator is applied to the stator. End covers are then applied and the traction motor is painted and stored. Wheel sets are prepared in the wheel shop and later applied to the traction motors. Once completed, the new motor is ready to be applied to the remanufactured truck frame. With new shocks, springs, bushings, spring packs, and brake rigging, the truck frame is ready for the new traction motors. Once in place and secured, the remanufactured truck is ready for paint and stored until needed for application under the locomotive. The locomotive car body is then sent to the miscellaneous shop for straightening, if necessary. Main traction motor leads, alternator wires, and electrical cabinet wiring are inspected. Draft gears and couplers are removed and reworked in the welding shop. Handrails, cutting levers, steps, and any work to be done in the cab is completed. The car body is then ready for rebuild. The machine, welding, air brake, and electric shop are the supporting shops which perform any necessary work that may be additionally needed to the locomotive. The storehouse supplies material to the component shops and also to the entire Conrail system. The component shops at Juniata supply the system and keep a supply of remanufactured items on hand in the storehouse. The locomotive is then assembled, load tested, painted, and given a final inspection. The unit is returned to 398 for shipment after quality control approval.